Hi, I'm Austin.
And I'm Eric. I'm Rachel.
Kevin.
And we are in Fairmont Prep Academy's 6th period honors physical science class. And this is our roller coaster. It's called the Ball Racer. The objective of our project is to create a paper roller coaster and have it actually work from beginning to start. No interruptions. And so how we got to this is that our first hill or starting point has to be taller than the rest of the area of the rest of the roller coaster. It's got to be fast enough to go through loops. It can't fly off, obviously, and we can make it in any way we want. We need a minimum of 2 loops, 2 bumps, 10 turns, and a funnel. And so we got all that. And so this thing is made of only paper, well, cardstock actually, and tape. Cardstock and tape. And so, well, here we go.
Okay, so originally we only had one track, and as you can see, this track only covered one side of the box that we had built. So we decided to add a second track, and because the cardstock is kind of there's many variables in it. Sometimes the marble would not clear the loops, and it would not go around the corner since it's slightly uphill. And so we had to construct a way in which, with supports, to make it gather enough speed so it can clear turns and go down funnels easily.
And the second track was which we had major problems with. For example, as you can see here, this loop was not properly constructed at first until it was fixed. So it would basically not complete the second track until we fixed it. Also, this track, as you can see here, has all these supports here, here, and here. Those were not originally there, and the whole track used to be sagging. So the supports were added, and one of the major designs of this coaster is to support it, which are on the base. So you can note these supports, they're like L-shaped, and then there's some triangular supports on the corner.
And one more thing is that if the marble went too fast, it could go off the track. So here, and you might not be able to see it, but on this side, we put in some borders so it wouldn't fly off. Did you start? Yeah.
And these happy faces are symbolic of the symbol.
Yeah, this one there. That is fun. 3, 2, 1.
Here, right track takes 16 seconds to complete, while the left track takes 12 seconds to complete. And when the marbles are dropped together, it takes a total of 15 seconds for the marbles to clear the entire roller coaster and end up in the funnel located down there. This was tested in 3 trials each, and the average was 16, 12, and 15.
And, well, the only major problems we've had for this roller coaster is that somewhere, somehow, it'll just stop. It could have been, it wouldn't have enough speed to actually clear it, or something was in the way. So, that's a roller coaster.
Yeah. Thanks. See.
Alright. 2, 1. Huh? Okay. Alright, there are a few of the natural physics laws that we have to integrate into our roller coaster. First one would be law of conservation of momentum. As long as the previous stage was above whatever loop or bump you had, it would have enough energy to go past it. But if it was higher, then you certainly wouldn't have enough velocity to make it go over. Otherwise, then you need a mechanized device. Like for example, here there's 2 loops. It has to be long enough,
And
so that clears the second
it's deep enough. The angle has to be large enough so that it will come down with enough kinetic energy. Another thing about the roller coaster is friction. Like, as it rolls down the slope, it's also losing energy, kinetic energy due to friction. So you have to build the track so that it will gain enough kinetic energy to overcome the friction.
This means that we put the tape in the correct spot, and as you can see here, the track that comes before the next track needs to be above it, so it slides evenly into the next track and can go down correctly.
And so one final law is always Murphy's Law. Whatever, if it's going to go bad, then it probably will. So we basically fail safe to do anything. Everything has to have a certain safety clearance to make sure it actually does work.
As we worked on this lab, we had a lot of fun putting it together, demonstrating our laws of physics, and socializing, having fun at Austin's house. So,
You should try it on your own.
Yeah.
See what happens. Thanks.
see ya.